What's up, my people? It's Cast Sports again. Now, this is a sports channel, so let's talk some sports. Now, as usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. Just Boxing Talk. We're a group of people that just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a channel, podcast, anything like that. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. DJ Hardcore is in the building, or was in the building. Big fight last night. 2 big cards. The big one was Regis and Devin. I picked Regis in 9. And I didn't come up for the Crow Show today, but here I am now, live and in living color. And I'm gonna drop the link. And I like my crow fried, dyed, and laid to the side. Oh man, how did everybody like the fights last night? I was peeping at my Ravens as I'm doing this, and they losing right now. Well, they were losing, but they'll win. Got a little rainy afternoon in Baltimore, Maryland, but it's all good. I'm going to go over the fights briefly. I think I'm going to start with the card in Miami. Robeisy and Espinosa. Work up to the big one. Everybody doing good this afternoon? I hope your team is winning. As long as your team is not the Rams, because that's who the Ravens playing. If your team is the Rams, I hope they lose. Let's take a look at these cards from last night. We had 2 cards. Take a look at the one for Miami. Headlined by Robeisy Ramirez and I think it was Jorge Espinosa. Something like that. Let me get this first name right. I like to be right. I got some notes here, so bear with me. Sometimes I can't read my own writing. His name was Rafael Espinosa. Okay. Now the first fight I want to take a look at was just briefly, Tiger Johnson against Jimmer Espinosa. Fender Bender. Oh, you missed the Crow Show? Who did you have anyway, Fender Bender? First of all, how are you this afternoon, sir? It's good to see you. Who did you have, Fender Bender? I lost. I had Regis in 9. I didn't take my crow because I wanted to come take my crow by myself, but they had like 50 million people up there, so I didn't come up. But here I am. Bring it on. I'm gonna drop the link. And like I said, I like my crow fried, dyed, and laid to the side. Oh, you played a gig last night? Oh man. Appreciate you, Fender Bender. What instrument do you play, Fender Bender? You're in a band, huh? Oh, that's good. Hidden talent. But let's take a look at Tiger Johnson and Jimmer Espinosa. Bear with me. I got my notes, but sometimes I can't read my own writing. Now, Tiger faced a stiff challenge from the biggest puncher he's faced in his career, Espinosa. And he stood in the pocket for much of the fight and he got a split decision win. Now, the fight ended up being closer than Johnson and his team expected it to be. Okay. Now, Espinosa really only landed one punch of consequence in the fight. He clipped Johnson with the right hand. But Johnson had been in control before that punch, and then he created enough distance where he prevented Espinosa from landing anything else of consequence. Body shots was the key for Johnson, while Espinosa's best moments came with the overhand right. But Johnson displayed a solid chin in this fight, and he prevented the upset. And the judges, one judge had it 79-73 for Johnson. The other had it 78-74 for Johnson. One judge had it 77-75 for Jimmy Espinosa. Johnson takes his record, keeps his record perfect at 11-0. Espinosa drops to 15 wins, 2 losses with 14 knockouts. Johnson has 5 knockouts, by the way. Next fight on that card was Damian Nabra against Michael Coffey. Now, Nabra won a one-sided unanimous decision. He won every round on 2 judges' cards, and on the other judges' cards, he won all but 1 round. Nabra spent the early rounds probing with his jab, followed by a right hand. Coffey's punch output was low, but he landed some good shots, but he did decide to let his hands go. Nabra picked up the pace later in the fight, in the later rounds. He had a dominant 8th and final round. And like I said, he won 80-72 on 2 judges' cards, 79-73 on the other. He keeps his record perfect at 13-0. 7 knockouts. Coffey drops to 13-5 with 10 knockouts. Next fight on the card was Richard Torres versus Curtis Harper. Big boys. Torres got an 8th round stoppage, keep his 100% KO rate intact. He pinned Harper on the ropes in the last round and bombarded him with punches. That's what prompted the stoppage. Harper went through every round, plodding along, refusing to let his hands go. But Torres still had to work for the win. And he worked well behind his jab, and he did damage with a quick left hand over the top. Now, after the 6th round, the referee, Samuel Burgess, he warned Harper's corner that he needed to see more, or he was going to stop him. And Harper did make it into the 8th round. That's when Torres unloaded non-stop power shots on him, and that's what caused the stoppage. Now, Torres suffered a cut over his right eye from a clash of heads. Torres, like I said, he keeps his 100% KO rate intact, 8 wins, 8 knockouts. Harper dropped to 14-11, 9 knockouts. Everybody must be out there watching the fights today. I mean, not the fights, the games. But that's okay. I can get good practice talking to a couple of people. The next fight was Rohan Polanco versus Keith Hunter. And Polanco stopped Hunter in the 6th round. This was Hunter's first fight in nearly 2 years. Wow. And the difference in power in this fight was evident early. Fender Bender says they're going to have to move Torres a little faster. Yeah, he looked good last night. I think he's ready for the big time. Just about. He's kind of smallish, though, I think, but he's got power. He looked good last night. Worked real good behind that jab. So you're right, Fender Bender. They might have to start moving him a little faster. Step it up a little in his next fight. I think they're definitely going to do that. Okay. Now I was talking about Rohan Polanco and Keith Hunter. The difference in power was evident early. Hunter's jab and right hand had little impact on Polanco. And Polanco demonstrated the force of his punches every time he landed on Hunter. And after about the third round, Hunter's corner told him he's going to have to do something to turn the fight around. Okay. And after that warning, he did have some good moments of success. But Polanco caught him with a combination in the sixth round that almost knocked Hunter through the ropes. And the sequence of punches that followed that caused the referee to stop it. And Hunter disagreed with the stoppage. He had to be restrained after he actually shoved the referee, Christopher Young. I wonder, will he get a crown or something for that? Parker or Chisora? Yeah. Those are two good names for him, Fender Bender. I agree 100%. Yeah. He's ready to step up into that kind of territory. Oh, yeah. I agree. Now, Polanco is undefeated, moves up to 11-0 with 7 knockouts. Hunter suffers his second loss. He dropped to 15-2 with 9 knockouts. Now, Hunter is the son of late former heavyweight contender Michael Hunter. He's the brother of current heavyweight contender Michael Hunter II. He comes from a boxing family. Next fight was Francisco Verón against Jahai Tucker. And Verón and Tucker fought to a draw, majority draw. Tucker is winless in his last 2 fights now. He lost his last one. Fought to a draw in this. I don't know. Seems like Tucker's just missing a little dog or something, man. He fought like this was I think it was an 8th round. After like the second or third round, he seemed tired. He didn't have that fire in him. It's just something missing from him. I saw it in his last fight when he lost. And this is 2 fights straight. But he didn't lose this one, but he didn't win it either. He got a draw, Now, the first couple of rounds was back and forth. Tucker was boxing well, and Verón was using his power to stay in the fight early. The middle rounds was close, but Verón was starting to outwork Tucker, okay? And Verón hurt Tucker in the 6th round. Yep. With a right uppercut, right on the chin. And Tucker had a nice comeback round in the 7th. He had Verón holding on at the bell. And in the 8th and final round, both fighters looked exhausted. But both had their moments in the last round. And the judges ruled it a majority draw. But I thought Verón edged it out, One judge had a 77-75 for Tucker. The other 2 had a 76-76. So majority draw. Tucker goes to 10-1 with 1 draw, 5 knockouts. Verón is still undefeated, but now he has that draw on his record with 10 knockouts. Okay? Next up was Bruce Carrington versus Jason Sanchez. Okay? And Carrington stopped Sanchez in the 2nd round. Now, the series of punches that dropped Sanchez began with the left hook that rocked him, right? And Sanchez got up, took the standing 8 count, then he was dropped again later in the round. and that triggered an immediate stoppage by the referee. Harrington is 10-0 with 6 knockouts. Sanchez is 16-5 with 9 knockouts. Then we come to the co-main, which is Xander Zayas against Jorge Fortea. Okay? And Zayas got a 5th round stoppage of Fortea. Zayas dropped Fortea in the 1st round with a right to the body, followed by a left to the chin. And he continued outlanding Fortea in the 2nd through the 4th round, winning every round. Then in the 5th, Zayas dropped Fortea again with a 3-point combination. They ended with a left hook to the body, and he was counted out. And that was the end of that. Now Zayas is 18-0 with 12 knockouts, and he is definitely ready to step up. No question. Fortea dropped to 24-4, 1 draw, 9 knockouts. The main event was Robeisy Ramirez against Rafael Espinosa. And Robeisy lost a 12-round majority decision to Espinosa. Now, over the first 4 rounds, the taller Espinosa used his right uppercut against the smaller Robeisy to gain an edge. Now, in the final seconds of the 5th round, Robeisy caught Espinosa on the chin with a right uppercut that dropped him. Now, Espinosa had made a senseless change to southpaw. He's orthodox, right? He made a senseless change to southpaw and got caught switching right in the middle of switching back to orthodox. Robeisy caught him right on the chin. I don't really know why he switched to southpaw in the first place, because he was winning the fight easily. I don't know why he made that switch, and it got him dropped. Robeisy caught him right in the middle of switching back. It was very sloppy, and he got dropped. Now Espinosa had a nice comeback round in the 6th, dropping Robeisy in the process. Yep. Tim Layton. What's up, Tim Layton? I was just taking a quick look at the fights last night, Tim. How you doing today? Everything okay? Your team winning? Long as it's not the Rams. If it's the Rams, I hope they lose, because the Rams are playing my Ravens today. Out to lunch with the family. Okay, enjoy your lunch. How was your son's birthday? Was he a Regis or Devon fan? I hope it was Devon, but then he had a happy. If he was a Regis fan, I might have messed with his birthday a little. Okay. Yeah. Espinosa had a nice comeback round after being dropped in the 5th. He dropped Robeisy in the 6th. Okay. So then, the next couple of rounds were close back and forth. But for some reason, Robeisy started taunting Espinosa and posing and playing around in the ring. And I thought he was losing. And that cost him, because Espinosa stayed focused and stayed busy the whole time. He banked some very valuable middle rounds in that stretch when Robeisy wanted to play around. Yeah. Now, I don't like when fighters play around and taunt in the ring. But if you're going to do it, make sure you're winning. Robeisy started doing it and he was getting his butt beat. I did not understand that. Strange fight. Very strange. And the ending was very strange. I'll explain in a minute. I'm sure y'all saw it. Now, as the fight entered the championship round, Espinosa had to be ahead, because he was clearly outworking and outlanding Robeisy. And in the championship round, Espinosa kept coming forward and outlanding Robeisy. And he caught Robeisy on the chin in the 12th round and dropped him. Yes, he did. And the judges had it. 113, 112 114. No, one judge had it a draw 113, 113. One judge had it 114, 112 for Espinosa. The other judge had it 115, 111 for Espinosa. And he took that belt from Robisi. Yep. Enza knew. What is that? I think it's 126, right? Featherweight, yeah. WBO. Now, what was so strange after the fight? They took a long time counting up to turn the score, getting the score together and turning the cards in. And while they were waiting for the cards, they made an announcement that it was for the WBO belt. They get this. They made an announcement that the WBO was talking to the Florida State Athletic Commission. It was in Florida, right? The WBO, whose belt they were fighting for, was talking to the Florida State Athletic Commission about the scorecards. That tells me the fix was in, but somebody didn't allow it. Okay? The fix was in. But why was the WBO talking to the Florida State Athletic Commission about the scorecard? What was up with that? I never heard that before. You think the State Athletic Commission stepped in and stopped the robbery? Because Espinosa clearly beat Robisi, but everybody in there was favoring Robisi. You know, Tim Bradley and the ESPN crew was. Looked like the judges was, the WBO was. But it looked like the Florida State Athletic Commission stepped in and stopped the robbery. They said that. It was taking a long time to turn the cards in, and they made an announcement. The ring announcer said, the delay is the WBO is talking to the Florida State Athletic Commission about the scorecard. What? Now, if Espinosa doesn't get that knockdown in the 12th round, they rob him. Because I think he still won without that knockdown. But if he hadn't got it, they would have robbed him. But the right man won. But that was very interesting. Anybody ever heard that before? The sanctioning body talking to the State Athletic Commission about the cards while we was waiting for the cards to be turned in? That happened last night. It was crazy. And that was the main event on the Miami card. Now let's go up to San Francisco. I'm just going to take a quick look at the 4 fights that were on the main card. I think like the pay-per-view section of the night. Let me take a drink of water real quick. I still got that little sore throat that I had Friday. Now I did the men's rankings Friday. I think I'm going to do the women's rankings today. There's not too many people in here, but they just have to miss it. Oh well. Everybody out watching the games, I guess. Let's take a look at San Francisco. First up, Andy Cruz versus Giovanni Strafon. And Andy Cruz looked nice. Second fight, 10-rounder. Second consecutive 10-rounder. Cruz batted Strafon and stopped him in the 3rd round, okay? In the 2nd round, a right-left combination by Cruz buzzed Strafon. And Cruz continued teeing off on him, including a vicious right uppercut that knocked Strafon off balance. The referee could have stopped the fight in the 2nd round if it's so one-sided, but he let it continue. And Cruz also backed Strafon into the ropes with a combination in the 1st round. Cruz pummeled Strafon the entire fight. And after he blasted him with numerous vicious headshots in the 3rd round, the referee finally stopped it. Finally seen enough to stop it. But I thought he could have stopped it in the 2nd. But anyway, Cruz goes to 2-0. That was his first knockout. His last fight was a 10-round decision. Strafon dropped to 26-6 with 19 knockouts. Now the women's fight. Miyo Yoshida versus Ebony Bridges. Yoshida won a unanimous decision over Bridges to take away her IBF bantamweight strap. The blonde bombshell lost. But we still got to see that weigh-in. she ain't retiring, so we still get to see some more weigh-ins. Mike Mizer, what's happening? What's going on, Mike? Just looking at a few fights from last night, that's all. What's my list? Excuse me for 1 second. I'm sitting right here. I lost my list. Excuse me 1 second, gentlemen. Just 1 second. 2 minutes. That's crazy. You ever lose something and you just... Oh, there it is in the floor. I got it. Under my desk. What's up, Mike Mizer? Watching the games. Like I was telling the other fellows, I hope your team's winning, but if your team is the Rams, I hope they lose because they're playing my Ravens today. Just going over the fight. Taking a look at the women's fight. Ebony Bridges lost her strap last night. The blonde bombshell got beat. But like I was saying, we saw that weigh-in, and she's not retired, so we still get to see some more weigh-ins. Yep. Yoshida landed the cleaner punches and outworked Bridges to get the upset. Yoshida was clinching multiple times in the early rounds as Bridges landed clean, crisp punches. In the third and fourth round, Yoshida began to land the cleaner punches. Both fighters had their moments in the middle rounds, but in the late rounds, Yoshida let her hands go and clearly outworked a fatigued Bridges. By the 10th round, it appeared Bridges needed a knockout. She looked exhausted. Yep. Now, Yoshida replaced Bridges' original opponent on short notice, who was Avril Matthew. Yep. Sometimes that hurts. You preparing for somebody else, and you know. But hey, she took the fight, though. Cowboys. Oh, yeah, Cowboys and Eagles today. I think that's 4 o'clock, right? Oh, yeah, that's a big one. I know the first one was, that was a barn burner. It came down to the last second. Now, Yoshida won 99-91 on 2 cards and 97-93 on the other. 97-93 seemed more likely. Yoshida goes to 17-4 with no knockouts, but she's now, what belt was that anyway? That was the women's IBF bantamweight strap. So Yoshida is now the IBF bantamweight champion. Bridges suffered a second loss, dropping to 9-2 with 4 knockouts. Next fight was Liam Perro and Montana Love. Okay. How about email, Mike Mizer? Email be good? I think you told me that before. Yes or no, and then I'll drop my email in the chat right now. If that's a good way. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Let me drop that in there. Right now. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think you told me that before, but then I didn't ever hear anything back from you, but I appreciate it. Dropping my email in. Rainy day in Maryland. Oh, no. Yeah. It all runs together. There we go. Yeah, it shows up on there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you can drop it in that, Mike. I appreciate it. Now, Leon Perro versus Montana Love. Perro dropped Love twice on the way to stopping him in the 6th round. This was Love's first fight in 13 months. Now, there wasn't much action in the opening round, but Love did catch Perro with the right hook that forced him to clinch. Now, Perro had his right hook working in the 2nd round, but the crowd began booing in the 3rd round due to lack of action. There was some extracurricular activity in the 3rd and 4th rounds. The fighters got tangled up and went through the canvas in the 3rd, and the referee had to stop the fight briefly to warn Perro about hitting behind the head in the 4th round. Okay. A straight left by Perro dropped Love. Just seconds into the 6th round, about 30 seconds in. That was the beginning of the end. Love got up. Then he got drilled by another left hand and dropped him again. And he got up again. Then he tried to fight his way out of trouble. But Perro kept landing punches on him. And the referee, Thomas Taylor, had seen enough. I like Thomas Taylor. He's a good referee. It was a good stoppage, you know. Love was losing, and he was getting pummeled. And he wasn't showing that he would be able to come back and turn the fight around. So a good stoppage. Perro goes to 24-0, 15 knockouts. Love drops 18-2, 1 draw, 9 knockouts. Now the main event was Devin Haney and Regis Prograis. Okay. That was the one we had been waiting for, remember? Yep. And Devin said he would expose Regis. And he backed up every word. He won every round by total domination. Every judge had it every judge had it 120 to 107. Devin won every round and had 1 2-point round in there. Yep. And he becomes a WBC junior welterweight champion. And he becomes a 2-division champion. Devin the Dream Haney. Gotta give him his credit. Where's B3 at? I had something for him if he come in here talking that trash. I got something for you, B3. Come on. Come on in here. And it wasn't a typical Devin win, though, right? There was no holding. Probably the best performance of his career. What y'all think? Best performance of Devin's career? The Loma fighting. I would say this one. I would say this one. But after the fight, Regis did acknowledge Devin was faster and had more power than he anticipated him having. Okay. And Devin took Regis' left hand totally away from him. And when he did throw it, Devin countered him. Put Regis on the mat. What was it, the 2nd or the 3rd round? I can't remember. I know he put Regis on the mat. What's up, old school? What's happening? Talking about the fights, bro. Just happen to be talking about Devin and Regis when you come in here. Yeah. And Regis said about Devin's power, said he don't have no one-punch power, but he's got enough to keep you honest, you know. Yeah. So Devin Haney becomes a 2-division champion. And Devin dropped Regis, and he said he wanted to go for the knockout, but his trainer/father, Bill Haney, told him to stick to the game plan. So he stuck to the game plan. Yeah. Yeah, no old school. No footwork whatsoever. I thought Regis would do a little bit better than that, you know. It was like taking candy from a baby, man. Wow. I had picked him in 9. And Devin said, moving from 135 up to 140, he felt stronger in camp and during the fight. So Devin goes to 31-0 with 15 knockouts. That was just the second loss of Regis' career, 29-2, 24 knockouts. 34, Regis can come back. Yeah. He's not, I don't think he's done. Nah. He said he's going to come back next year and try for another championship. What else can he do? Yeah. But I'm going to tell y'all what I think. As far as Devin and Tank, I don't see them fighting anytime soon. What weight are they going to fight at? These people saying this nonsense about 137, 138. Devin can't even make 140. How is he going to make 137, 138? He had to strip down to make 140. And when you're at the weight, you got to strip down to make the weight. That means you don't belong at the weight. So we're not going to see no Devin and Tank fight next year. Tank would have to go to 147. He's not doing that. Somebody tell me what weight they're going to fight at. Please. Tell me. Tell me. Tell them, Mike. I don't know what these people are thinking about. A catchweight at 137. How the hell is Devin going to make 137? He can't even make 140. Come on, man. What's up, Ed McQueen? What's happening? I have no idea what weight they would fight at. I can promise you it won't be no 137. Devin would be crazy to squeeze down to 137 and get in the ring with Tank. He only got 1 day to rehydrate. That would be a lot of weight he would have to take off. He had to take a lot off to get down to 140 this time. No. I don't see it. What weight? Anybody got any ideas what weight they would fight at? Devin and Tank. Thunder Bender says, guys, I'm going to go grab my grandbaby and make some Sunday dinner. All right. You guys have a great Sunday. Thanks, Cass Sports, for the recap. Yeah, you have a good day too, Thunder Bender. Enjoy your grandbaby. And I hope your team wins today. As long as it's not the Los Angeles Rams, because they playing my Ravens. No. That's what I'm saying, old school. I don't see them fighting. I don't see it. What weight would it be at? That's all I got to say. What weight? We missed the Devin Haney Tank Davis fight. I'm sorry to say. Bill is just capping as usual. All that nonsense he talked last night. He's just capping as usual. He says Tank's not the face of boxing. Okay. Let's see if Devin pay-per-views is 1.7 million then when they come out. Okay? Anybody think Devin pay-per-view is going to be 1.7 million? Then if he does that, then he's the face of boxing. Okay? I'll put it like that. Devin pay-per-views over 1 million, you the face of boxing then. Okay? See how that works out. I think we'll see Tank and Shakur before we see Tank and Devin. Devin has just gotten too big. He has just got too big. Where's B3 at? They got something for him. And who's Devin going to fight next? Who? There he is. Yeah, B3. What? Where's Tank and Devin going to fight at, B3? What weight? What are you going to call? Yeah, call his bluff. Yeah, because that's all it is. But how you doing, B3? Congratulations on your win last night, sir. Told you to come over here. I'll take my crew, fried, dyed, and laid to the side, okay? pride died and laid to the side. That's how I like my crow. Okay. Good job by Devin Haney last night. He looked very good. And I would love to see him and Tank fight, but I just don't think it's happening. I just don't. I hope I'm wrong. But does Devin have to strip down? And nothing against Devin, I'm just stating facts. If he has to strip down and make 140, how in the hell is he going to make some catch weight of 137 or 138? How? That wouldn't be healthy. Tank is the last person you want to fight weight drain. You might lose your life in there. Come on, man. So we missed the boat on that one. Yeah, Devin had a good showing. I give credit when credit is due. I like that. I really thought Regis could beat him. You know? What's next for Devin now? 147? 154? It's not going to be 140. I don't think so. No vacations. Keep yourself in the check until then. Mike Mather. Y'all got to remember Devin getting his grown man strength. Yes, he's steadily growing. Each fight, he's in another weight class. 2 more fights, he might be in 154 or something. Seriously. Devin is going up there. So, we will see. Sky's the limit. The boy only 25 and done a lot for boxing. Yes. B3 says, William Old School. It won't happen until it makes sense to Al and Floyd. If the number's not there, it won't happen. I don't even think it's that, B3. What weight? I'm still waiting for the weight, B3. What weight are they going to fight at? Devin cannot make 140. It's not healthy for him to keep squeezing his body down there, and he's only growing more and more after every fight. Look how hard he had to make it. Look how much you yourself said he had to drop a lot of weight, remember? So the next time it's going to be even more weight. So what weight would him and Tank fight at? Forget the money and all that. Tank is a 135 fighter. He would probably go to a catch weight of 137, 138. But Devin can't squeeze down to those weights. It's just 2 guys at 2 different weights. That's the fact. Oh, what are your Saints doing, William Old School? Yeah. Yeah. And 1 minute they saying they're going to 147. Now the next minute they saying they want to fight Tank. It's all cap, man. It's all cap. Didn't Bill say they was going back to 135? What, a couple months ago? Then it was 147. Now they want to fight Tank again. It's all cap. And then so many casuals just hang on every word Bill says, and they go around spitting out these talking points that they heard from him. They don't even know what they're talking about. They're just saying things they heard other people say, you know? You ask them what weight would Tank and Devin fight, they don't have no idea what they're talking about. Oh, 137. Because that's what they heard somebody say. How the hell Devin gonna fight somebody at 137 when he can't make 140? Come on, man. Casuals. Get off of it. 2 guys at 2 different weights. And then the casuals will say this. Oh, but Tank fought Barrios at 140. Why can't he go back up there? Devin fought at 135 10 years. Why can't he go back down there then? Answer that. If Tank fought one fight at 140, you want him to go back up there? Devin fought at 135 10 years. Let him go back down there then. Come on, man. You got to school these casuals, man. Got to get them out of just spitting out these talking points to hear somebody else say. B3 knows better. Yeah, he's 135. You don't see nobody asking Loma to go to 140, do you? Him and Tank is like the same size. They both started at 126, I believe. Come on. You know what I mean? I have never heard anybody say anything about Loma going to 140. So why all this pressure on Tank going to 140? You got two little guys, about 5'5", that started at 126. Neither one of them belong at 140. They pressing it at 135. It's crazy. But wait a minute. Let me drop this link in here. I meant to do. Every time I get ready to drop the link, y'all keep saying something else interested to get me started. Yeah, that's true, Mike. But sometimes you just can't get it. What you want, man. Sometimes you just can't get it. I want to see Bivol fight Better Beef. We can't get that. They in the same weight class. So sometimes you just can't get what you want, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, B3, but I keep asking you, what weight? What weight? What weight would they fight at? That's what I want to know. What weight can both of those guys make and agree on where both would be comfortable at? I cannot think of one. I can't think of one. Where Tank Davis and Devin Haney would both be comfortable at to fight. One is too small, one is too big. Just go your separate ways. We missed the boat. You were both at 135. You should have fought then. We're not getting it. 140. B3. Devin cannot make 140. Devin cannot make 140. Okay? He can't. And Bill knows it, and Devin knows it. That nonsense they talking about Tank is just cap, man. Just cap. They can't make 140. We missed it. You're right, Mike. We're not getting that. We are not getting it. Okay. If we do, I'm just saying it's not healthy for Devin to keep squeezing his body down to that weight, man. It's just not healthy to keep doing that. It's just not. It's just not, man. That guy walks around damn near 160 pounds or more. You shouldn't drop 20 pounds getting down to your weight class. 147 is starting to press it for Devin. He damn near should be at 154, to be honest with you. to be completely safe and healthy and comfortable. He's damn near 154 fighter. And people want this man to squeeze down to 140? No, man. Not good. Not good at all. I hope he don't do it. I would love to see that fight, Tank and Devin, but I don't want to see Devin squeeze it down to no 140 anymore. Go on to 147 where you belong at, Devin. That's where you belong. That's where he belongs. 47. That's where he'll be comfortable at. Where he's getting away and step on that scale. Under 147. You don't have to strip down. None of that. That's what it's all about. Being in a weight class where you make it comfortably. Not having to force yourself down, stripping down to make it, taking 2 times. You're going to step on that scale, bam, make your weight class, going about your business. When it start getting the way Devin Haney have to do it, it's time to move up. Simple as that. It's time to move. But other than that, it was some great fights last night. What y'all think about the fights? But I want to ask y'all about this. Did you see that situation with Robisi and Espinoza? How long it took to turn the cards in? And they made the announcement that the WBO was talking to the Florida State Athletic Commission about the cards or something. What was going on with that? Did y'all know? Did y'all catch that? The Robisi and Espinoza fight. The friction was in on that. Somebody had to tell somebody, no, you're not robbing that man. They said that the WBO was talking to the Florida State Athletic Commission about the scorecards. And it was taking a long time. And I told my wife, I said, they doctoring up the cards because it was taking a long time. Then they said, well, the Florida State Athletic Commission is talking to the WBO about the scorecards. What? I never heard that before. That was crazy. Yeah, weight is the issue. You never told me what weight, though. I'm not worrying about Tank. I'm worrying about what weight can Devin make. Because Tank is not going past 140. Can Devin get down to 140? Healthily. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to see him squeezing down to 140. Have to get up there and strip down and make the weight embarrassing himself every time, man. I don't want to see him keep doing that. I ain't worried about no money. They get the money together. The weight is the issue. Devin can't make 40. Ryan is not big. Ryan is kind of lean, like he's not big and solid like Devin is. Devin is a big boy. Okay, you can see the difference in him and Ryan in size. Ryan is like probably taller than Devin. I'm talking about big, bulk, body type. Devin is a way bigger dude than Ryan, man. You can look at him and tell. You think he's at the end, old school? Yeah. Yeah, plus his last one against Gorillo, too. You got to factor that into old school. He didn't look too good in his last 2 now. So you have a good point there, yeah. He made good money. I don't want to see him be no gatekeeper. Oh, hell with that. That's all we need to see. We already just saw him on the mat. That's all we need to see is Regis on the mat knocked out. No, I don't want to see that. No. And them young killers would love to have a name like that on there. right, and 2 fights in a row. Yep, 2 in a row. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And he's 34, right? Old school, 34. Yeah, and he probably could beat Rolly. Go up there and challenge Rolly for his belt. Jay Hardcore said Rolly has a mandatory coming up. Now you know this Friday is the big women's fight between Franchon Cruz and Today's Green. And then Saturday is Bam and Sonny Edwards. And that's a pretty good card too. The Bam and Sonny Edwards card. Yeah. Yeah, 2 in a row. Not good. And everybody was saying that the Zorrillo fight was just an off night, but it's not. It's looking like that's not the case now. That might be the Regis we're 34. That might be the Regis we're getting now. You can't say an off night anymore. That's 2 in a row. You know, 2 in a row, Regis. You can't use the off night excuse. Can't keep doing that. You know. So, I'm going to save the women's rankings for tomorrow. And I got a special guest interview this week too. Already, Cass Sports. So stay tuned. One day this week. Special guest interview. Y'all will be surprised. That's all I want to say. I don't know what day exactly, but it will be this week coming up. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to save it for like the last 20, 30 minutes of the show. One day this week. I might know what day tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to do the women's rankings. Because every time I do, like when I did the men's, all the men's champions, my wife got on me, why don't you do the women's? But she ain't here now, so I can talk about it. And then, since I did the men's rankings Friday, she want me to do the women's rankings, so I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. But I know, I see what you're saying, B3, but remember when me and you was talking about Friday? We want, as fans, we want to see the best of both fighters. We don't want to see a Devin that's got to struggle down and squeeze down to a weight. We want the best Devin. So when it's over, there's no excuses about, well, he should have never squeezed back down to that weight. We don't want that. Okay? Remember, B3, we said we want the best of each. Remember that, B3? So why do you want Devin to squeeze down into a weight that he has no business at? You know? Putting himself at a disadvantage. You know? That's all I'm saying. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it at no 140 because I know Devin does not belong there. I just seen him have to strip down and make 140. You yourself was talking about how much weight he had to drop to get down there. I don't want to see that. The kid belongs at 147. You know? Fight there. You don't have to fight Boots. Nobody wants you to go up there and fight Boots because, you know, we know what will happen. Boots is not the only one at 147. You know, go up there, cherry pick around until Boots goes to 154. But don't keep squeezing. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. But I don't know. And then, check this out. Everybody's saying next summer, when the fight will be. Imagine how big Devin will be by next summer. You know damn well he's not gonna be to make no 140 by next summer. He can't make it now. That's like 8 months away. Imagine how much a growing boy Devin's age will grow by between now and next summer, man. Come on. Come on. You see what I'm saying? In old school, they saying to fight by next summer. Imagine how much more weight he's gonna have to lose by next summer to get down to 140. That's crazy. No, I don't want that. Yes, exactly. It will deplete him badly, old school. And B3 just said himself the other day, we want to see the best of these fighters in the ring. And the best Devin we can see from now on is at 147. Because he's not going to be in there against the old shell of himself Regis every time. Okay? Who wants to see him squeeze down to 140 and fight Matias? I don't. Matias can stand in there and take those left hands that Ergashev was dropping on him. What in the hell is Devin going to do to Matias? That'll be like a mosquito bite. He took 3 or 4 straight left hands from Ergashev that normally knocks people out. And then you want a depleted Devin to get in there against somebody like him? Man, that's how deaths in the ring get caused. God forbid, but that's how those type of things happen. That's exactly how they happen. Then Ryder will be saying, oh, well, Devin should have went on to 147. It'll be too late then. So the thing to do now is go to 147. I know you wanted the tank fight to be the most money you ever made in your career and all that, but you can't get everything you want all the time, you know? Can't get everything you want. Like I just said, we want better beef and Bivol. We can't get that. They in the same division. So we might just have to shake that off. Might have to shake it off. See what my Ravens doing real quick. I should turn my desk that way. I could watch the game too. But no, one thing at a time. Mike Martin says Devin don't want Boots. That's his first loss. No, nobody wants Boots. So you can't hold that against him. Nobody wants Boots. I'd rather see him squeeze down to 140 and fight Tank than go up there messing with Boots. Oh, hell no, man. Don't do it. Boots pissed off, too, because he got awarded everybody and people calling him email champion. You see what happened the last time Boots was pissed off at fans calling him names? Just ask Vila about that. No. Boots' next opponent is in trouble. Vila still getting headaches from that fight. Vila is a tough guy. Commercial. I was trying to see what the score was. But we still may get it. I just don't want to see it at 140. You got 2 guys, that's about 2 weight classes apart in size. Tank is a 135 fighter. Devin is a 147 fighter. Old school says Boots is a monster at 147 that nobody is going to want to deal with. That's true. Too skilled, hits too hard, and I don't see anyone coming up that beats the kid. No. Nobody will fight it. Offered Cody Crowley 10 times more than he had ever made in his career, and he turned it down. Stanionis said he needed a tune-up, and rightly so, because Stanionis hasn't fought in over a year. Boots is not the guy to get in the ring with, and you haven't fought in over a year. No way. must be halftime. Tim Layton is back. How was lunch, Tim? Okay. We got the Cowboys and the Eagles this afternoon, too. Wonder where Gregory Pratt is at. I know his father was sick, so he may be at the hospital. Yeah. Keep Gregory Pratt's father in our thoughts, too, everybody. But that is a very good topic we got going. The Devin and Tank situation. Me personally, I don't think we'll get it. Devin can make 140 and plus. I got Tank getting one more fight in before then. So it'll be way late spring or early summer before they actually fight. And just think how many more pounds Devin will have to drop to get in that shape, B3, right? Or it's not, I'm sorry, it's not working. You know me, B3. I put it in wrong. I'm gonna see exactly what I did. I've done it before. We got an hour, I'm gonna drop it again. I don't know. See, I was trying to talk and put it in. I can't walk and chew gum. Where is it? I don't know why that ain't working. But I can find out. Give me 1 second. Oh, no wonder it ain't working. I'm sorry. That's not the right link. My bad. Be right with you, B3. No wonder it ain't working. That's not the right link. Golly. Okay. That was the wrong link, B3. Now I can't find my cursor. Look, if you don't put your ass down there, cursor, I'll snatch you right off of this screen. There it is. Okay. Here it comes, B3. Wrong link. Give me 1 second, 1 minute, gentlemen. Wrong link. Yeah, B3, I haven't got my crow yet. I deserve it. I said Regis in 9. I was wrong. You just said you could be Devin and King Kong, and you would pick Devin. So, you know, you was right, though. Glad I didn't make no bets. I don't bet because I don't trust boxing, man. They cheat so much. The Fricks was in last night, but somebody prevented them from doing it. I saw that before my very eyes happening. Somebody stepped in there and wouldn't allow them to cheat last night. Took forever to turn the cards in. Then they said the sanctioning body was talking to the state athletic commission about the cards. And what was that about? That was crazy. There's Remo at today. I saw him earlier in the Crow Show. Maybe he had to take a nap. All that crow y'all had him eating in there. That's why I didn't come up there. And I've seen a couple of names in there that stop talking for a minute, Kurt. Oh, that's a G, man. I saw a couple of names as usual that didn't say nothing before the fight. But then they want to come in the Crow Show and talk shit. I hate that, man. But see, they can't come over here and do that because I'm on my channel. I can block their ass. You know? Man, I don't know what the hell is going on with this link. Oh, I see it. Okay. Now that one, B3. That should work. You saw him, Tim? Yeah. But I don't want to block people on somebody else's channel, you know, so I let them slide. Yeah, I seen names in there talking shit about, yeah, Devin this and Tank that and boo-hoo-hoo, and ain't never seen them before. I wanted the 86K him so bad. Yeah, that's cowardly. We've been talking about this fight for months. You had plenty of time to come in and give your point of view on it, but you sit outside the chat watching. But then the day, time for the Crow Show after the fight, when you know what happened, now you want to come in and talk trash. Same people, if Regis would have won, they would have been in there bragging about Regis. Johnny come lately fence riders. No, I'm talking about Robisi and Espinoza for the Fricks B3. I was talking about the other card. Not that one. The other card. B3. I was talking about Espinoza and Robisi. They was trying to rob Espinoza. No. You got me mixed up. I was talking about the Miami card about the Fricks. I had switched to the whole other fight. Because, man, it took forever to turn the cards in. And then they made an announcement that the WBO, whose belt was on the line, was talking to the Florida State Athletic Commission where the fight was at about the cards. Now, what could they have been talking about after the fight and it's taking forever to turn the cards in? That's what I meant by the fix. You know, I was even on Devin and Regis at that point. I was talking about the other fight. Did you see that? Did you see that fight, Big B3? B3?
Which one, Cass?
Oh, Robisi and Espinoza. That's the fix. I was talking about that one.
Yeah, I caught that. I caught the highlights of it.
Man, wait, real quick. After the fight ended, it took forever to turn the cards in, right? It was for the WBO belt, and the fight was in Florida. They said the delay was the WBO was talking to the Florida State Athletic Commission about the cards. So I think the athletic, somebody stepped in there and told them they can't rob their guys something, man. You know that? Because they got it right and they gave it to Robisi lost. And they gave it to the other guy. They was trying to cheat. So there's Mike Myers. Oh, there you go. What's up, Mike? They was trying to cheat. What's going on?
Ain't too much. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good. Loud and clear.
Okay, my man. Yeah, though, bro. That boy looked good last night, though, man. You know what I mean? Devin looked real good last night. So it's hard. It's hard for me to believe that he ain't gonna make 140 because he looked perfect at 140. So that blows me right there.
Still make it?
Damn right. Well, at least one more time, especially if it comes to Tank. Damn right.
But you know what, Mike? It depends on when the fight is too, because it might be like 6-7 months down the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. It depends on when the fight appears. You know.
Exactly.
Now, if they
Exactly.
if they give it too long, then it ain't happening. You know what I mean?
It ain't happening. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but we can get a March,
What's up, old school?
March
Yeah,
or April, we
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, that's true. That's very possible. I'm looking at Tank probably get another. What's up, old school? Tank probably get another fight in though. Not too much.
Oh, I only got a couple minutes. I got these fucking kids driving me nuts.
Go ahead. What's on your mind, bro?
Look, I watched exactly what happened last night, and everything I thought, like in the last fight with Regis, I saw happening again. That tells me something, that the age is affecting Regis now. He was slow, lethargic, couldn't get his punches off in time, very, very slow reaction time. His feet got worse as the fight went on. I mean, the bad part about this is I don't see Regis getting another big fight. He is just at the end of his career, you know. And I don't want to see him become
bad night excuse no more.
Yeah, they know you can't do that no more. And now, you know, I don't want to see him become a gatekeeper, and that's what's left for him.
Yeah, that's what's left.
So y'all,
you know, that's my boy. I mean, that's my New Orleans guy. But dude, I'm gonna be honest. That's what I saw last night. As far as the Tank shit goes, dude, look, you got to come to a realization. Tank started at 126. He is a little bitty guy, 5'4". He is not meant to get in the ring with these big dudes. Whether you look at it the right way, you don't look at it the right way. You look at Mario Barrios. He had a hell of a time getting in on Mario because of how big Mario is. He is a small dude. Yeah, he knocked Mario out. Yeah, he hurt him and everything else. But he realized after that fight, I shouldn't be in the ring with these big guys. And you can't blame the man. He's little bitty. He is not a big dude. So now we're going to get a bunch of freaking talk calling Tank a duck and everything else because Tank won't come off of 135. But Tank is at the edge of what he can fight at. 135 is it for him. 140
yeah, like I said,
is too
I
big.
figured they should have fought a long time ago, man.
They should have.
Yeah, it's pretty much over with, though. When you talk like that and when you think about reality, like you saying, we got to think about reality. And that's why they make weight classes. Yeah, Tank ain't going to be able to fight that man. Especially that man talking about going to 147, 150, some change. It's a
yeah, Tank is too small, bro.
And then when you think about it, Tank is a little dude, bro. Yeah, he can fight.
Yeah.
But he's little. He's little.
And you know what, though, y'all?
I'd rather him try to fight anyway, goddammit, than to fight that man at this point. For real.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For real. I'd rather see that right there.
Anyway,
and to be honest with you, not to cut you off, but to be honest with you, the way Devin fought last night, it's showing that boy getting better and better and better, bro. That boy did no holding like everybody thought. They thought he was going to hold. He didn't do no holding. That boy got moved around the ring, and he showed his jab and his motherfucking right. That boy getting better, man.
Yeah, but you know what I saw? You know what I saw mostly about him? The extra weight killed some of the problems he was having.
Yeah.
It really did.
It really did. It really did, bro.
But,
it made him look like a better fighter, bro.
But y'all got to consider this.
I think when Devin gets to 147, he's going to look even better. I think he'll get a little more pop on his punches, too.
Man, the boy's 25 years old, bro. He's only going to get better. 25.
He better get some power, more,
Just
little
think
more
about
power,
when you
though.
was 25 years old, bro.
Look, I've never said.
Just imagine when you was 25 years old and look at his career at 25 years old. It's like this man doing something. You would think he's 35. This boy 25, bro, and then did all this. He's smoking.
If he go up in them weight classes, he better find some power somewhere because he's going to be going over there against bigger guys. They're going to be big just like him.
Oh, it's coming. It showed last night when he knocked the old boy down.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's better.
Look, if Devin would have fought Regis at 135, say Regis came down and fought him at 135, Regis would have probably demolished Devin.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
I believe Regis would have beat him, bro.
At that
But
weight,
now with Devin with the extra weight, no.
Yeah.
Devin looked good last night. He really did. Some of the things that I was criticizing him of, some of the things I criticized him of in the past disappeared last night.
Yeah.
They really did. The extra weight did a lot for the dude.
The running, the holding, he ain't do none of that shit. That boy straight up box.
He was
And then,
stronger, bruh. He realized he didn't have to do that last night.
And then at 47, he'll have to cut even less. He'll be even better, you know?
Yeah, that's how I feel. The more weight he go up, the better he gonna get.
Less he have to cut off, yes.
The more comfortable he'll be. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's what I think.
Because it's all about comfortability. So the more comfortable he get, man, shit, he gonna be a problem, bro.
Rob always said, I've never disliked Devin at all. My problem's always been with his damn daddy. I wish he'd keep his mouth shut half the time and let the kid speak.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna front. I'm starting to love Bill, man. You know why? So Bill come from nothing. Bill come from nothing. You gotta remember, Bill come from nothing, right? And he talking his way all the way to the top. And it'll be something if his son would have lost, then Bill would have fell off. But the fact that his son won and they still up, oh, Bill got momentum right now, boy. So you ain't seen no talking. He get ready to talk his ass off for real now. Because it's all working for him, bro. It's all working for him, bro. And I congratulate him. The boy came from nothing. I congratulate him. Fuck, talk. If that's how you got here, talk.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Oh,
Okay.
Shout out to Cash Boy, my guy from old school, the Cajun Maven. Mike, B3, what's going on with you, gents?
Hey, what's up,
What's
family?
Today.
What's good, fam?
Hey, what's up?
I gotta ask y'all a question real quick while we on the topic. How competitive y'all think Devin versus Boots would be?
Not
Hey,
too
I
good.
don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
Too soon?
Boots gonna
The
destroy
best
that man,
thing for
bro.
Devin, look, if Devin's going to move up, the best thing for him is wait till Boots gets the hell out of 147.
Yeah,
He does
exactly.
not want to fight that dude.
Yeah, ain't nobody. I don't see nobody beating Boots, bro. He do too much. That boy did slow motion on the nigga last fight, and I ain't
Boots
even know
has
where that
everything.
came from.
Yeah.
How you do a slow
Boots has
motion move
everything.
in boxing and reality, bro? Slow motion. Come on,
Yeah, I
bro.
saw
That was
that.
enough for me to say ain't nobody fucking with that man. Devin good. He ain't that damn good now.
No,
I'm gonna tell y'all one thing that Devin did for himself, and I think he should. I wish he would have kind of pushed and got the stoppage. I think he could
Me
have.
too.
He could have really. He could have really set himself up well. In just in the world, just how people look at him. But
For
the
real.
one thing it did without him getting the stoppage, a lot of people are gonna want to see somebody knock him out now. So
Oh yeah.
with these matchups, he's putting himself in a favorable position because the pressure would be on, like, let's say for instance, him going up to fight. This is hypothetical, y'all know this, but let's say hypothetically he had to fight Crawford, right? People automatically assume Crawford would stop him. So if
I don't believe that.
or let's say even Matias, or let's say even Boots. So Dev is going to be at an advantage where even with these guys, they are tough fights for him, but he will be able to box his style because the people not going to expect him to get the knockout. You see what I'm saying? So like for instance, if a fight go like he land 80 punches and let's say Boots, maybe land 75 or 80 or something like that, but he don't stop Devin, the people are going that it might go in Devin's favor, in the sense that Boots is supposed to knock Devin out. So
it depends on how the fight goes too, though.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
How dominant it is too, I mean, maybe Devin will make it not that dominant though, B3, to your point, right?
No. Well, what I'm saying is I don't think it's going to be because these is top level guys, but what we all know and what the argument was earlier is that these guys are cutting weight down. So even Crawford said it was a struggle for him to get to 147.
Yeah.
So that's why he's entertaining 154. And we know, and not to throw shade on nobody, but we know in boxing is that when these guys are struggling to make weight, you could possibly get a win over on them. You see what I'm saying? When you're talking about somebody that's high level. But needless to say, I mean, I don't want to see. I mean, that's moving up. That's far thinking. But Devin has just put himself in a good position where he don't have to get knockouts. Now whoever he fights is going to have to knock him out. Is going to have to beat him. So it's going to be interesting to see.
It's pretty much like the Mayweather syndrome back in the day. Everybody wanted to see Mayweather get knocked out, so that's why they bought the fights and showed up to the fights. Now Devin got that same, facade. Everybody who don't like Devin want to see him lose. So guess what? They gonna buy his fights now, cause they hoping somebody knock him out now. Especially the haters, especially the people that don't like Devin. So he put himself in a great position last night. He really did. But like you said, if he would have knocked old boy out, oh my God, boy, that would have set him up beautifully.
He said he wanted to go for it, but Bill told him to stick to the game plan.
That sounds like some bullshit to me. But
yeah, that's what he said.
I don't think nobody
Bill was worried about Regis still having power to knock Devin out, and that's why he told him to stick to the game plan.
Yeah,
that's fact. That I can go for that now.
He was winning, Hey, stick to the plan.
Yeah, because it's enough for somebody to come back and tap that jaw.
He was winning comfortably. He didn't need to go out there and do anything different.
Yeah. No. After that third round, Regis even held back a little bit. He was like, damn.
That's why he
knocked me down. That scared him. Just like Mike Tyson said, everybody got a plan until they get hit in the mouth. that boy got hit in the mouth, and you could see everything changed. He was like, oh, shit.
What? Hey, let's see what
he wasn't really pressing the issue before then either. He wasn't necessarily pressing the issue before then either, because his team was also telling him not to do too much, to keep looking for the left hand to the body, stay patient. Because there were a couple of times where Devin missed, and Regis looked a little bit too slow on the draw. And I think that's another thing that concerns me about him going forward. To Will Olsen's point, is that he did look a little lethargic. His reflexes didn't necessarily look the same. But to Devin's credit, when you got a guy in there who can't match with you in terms of attributes, that's how you're supposed to execute. That's how you're supposed to make it look like you don't belong in the ring with you. And to be honest with you, I think that the decision is probably a little bit more impressive because it was real thorough. It wasn't like I'm gonna just jab you and then I'm just gonna coast around the ring. Dev was changing angles. He was stepping around, and that's the thing that impressed me most about his footwork. Because
what about that? Not to cut you off, but what about that uppercut, that sneaky uppercut he pulled out the bag?
That uppercut was beautiful, man.
Won't it, man? That bitch was nice.
Well, I'm gonna say one last thing before I go. The two biggest fights to me for Devin at 140 is going to be Matias. And believe it or not, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but Ryan. Give Ryan a couple more fights under Derek James and then make the fight with him and Devin. That will be a war.
Hey, man, Devin will beat this shit out that boy. Devin will punish Ryan, bro. Ain't no way in hell.
Bro, I'm telling you, I see some shit
It'll be a good fight for the pay-per-view, but ain't no way in hell, Ryan. No, sir.
Like I said, though, Ryan needs a couple more fights under Derek James. There's a lot of things he needs to correct yet. And if he can correct them things, it's going to be a hell of a fight between him and Devin. That's all I got to say, y'all. I got to get back before I kill these kids.
All right, well.
Okay, old school. Appreciate you, old school.
Easy.
Yes, sir. Later on.
All right, well, hold it down.
Hey, but that point Will made, though, about goddamn Devin and that boy, what's his name? Ryan?
Ryan. Yeah.
It'll be good for pay-per-view and all that.
Yeah.
But we all know, man, that boy is levels above Ryan, bro. Like, seriously, though. So he would have to get at least 6 more fights in before he can go for Devin. Shit.
They've been pulling the tangibles.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Business-wise.
And that's the thing.
Business-wise, it's a good fight.
A big fight is a big fight. It doesn't necessarily mean
I'm saying I'm talking about a chance against the beat him. I ain't saying nothing about a big fight. A big fight is a big fight. I'm talking about Ryan ain't got a chance in that ring is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know about not having it. I don't know. Because some guys, they got history with each other. They have experience with each other. They know how to deal with one another. It's just like that sometimes, man. We've seen in the past, for example, what's my guy's name? I was a big Shane Mosley fan. Shane Mosley got dusted off by Vernon Forrest. And that's because he had experience with Vernon Forrest in the amateurs. But then Vernon Forrest got dusted off by Mayorga. But then Mosley turned around and dusted off Mayorga. So we just don't know how things are going to shake out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Just based on the experience that you guys have with each other.
That's just my opinion, but that's a fact, though.
I think that Devin is the superior fighter, but sometimes that don't matter. You know what I mean? Just like when guys
because it's boxing.
Have that history with each other. Yeah.
Yeah, because there you go. You took the words right out of my mouth. One punch can change the whole motherfucking thing.
Yeah. And he only had one fight with Derek.
I do agree with you. I do think that Devin is a superior boxer for sure.
Yeah. And Old School did say after a couple more fights with Derek.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he said
that might make a difference. It might make a difference.
Yeah, but I don't even really think we need to waste time and letting the fight marinate. The fight is already big as Brian is coming off of a knockout victory. Devin is coming off of a thorough decision. One-sided, whitewashed him. Regis didn't win a single round. Pieced the man up, dropped him. Terrific.
But you right though, because if we do let it marinate, it'll move on just like tanking them. It won't happen.
Either it won't happen, or sometimes the fight take a little too long to marinate.
Yeah,
we just saw with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. On paper, it's always been a really good fight, but then you got to take into consideration everything that happened in between. The car accident, the torn retina, another car accident. That fight happened like 5 years too late. But on paper, it was still a great fight. So
because the people still wanted to see it. Yeah, so
like Tommy said, fry the egg while the pan is hot.
Exactly, fry the egg while the pan is hot.
Yeah, and that's why we ain't get Devin and Tank, because they ain't fried while the pan was hot.
Should have happened at 135.
Exactly. We could have had that fight.
They should have did that at the 135, like you said.
But we overly
nobody had no advantage. You wasn't worried about weight range or anything.
About the numbers and this, that, and the third. Is it a big enough fight to make right now? Is it going to make enough money? Is it going to do this, that, and the third? And then we have these guys fighting other guys in the meantime. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are fighting. Like, instead of fighting JoJo Diaz, he could have been fighting Tank. And for Tank, instead of fighting Hector Garcia, he could have been fighting.
Exactly. I think they was trying to let it marinate too long, like we just said. I think that's what that was. They were trying to let it marinate too long, and it went past them. But you know what? Just to say this, the only reason I could see him and Tank fighting right now is if Tank get in his feelings right now and say, "Fuck it, I'll go to 140 and fight him." That's the only way I can see it. If they do enough trash talking and Tank be like, "You know what? Fuck it, let's go 140." That's the only way.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think he should, man. I think he should.
I think he should too. Shit.
I think he should.
Man, the only way they fight, somebody got to put
up some sort of stipulation, man. My bad, big bro. I just want to tell you one thing. Even if they put some sort of stipulation in there where there was a rehydration clause or something.
Rehydration.
You giving up the height and reach, you can come in at 160, whatever.
They gotta have that. I think.
It's even right there, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Then that's that they on equal playing field.
Yeah.
Make sure you got your stuff together.
Because like somebody said, I think it was Wim or one of y'all said that he was having a hard time at 140 anyway, right? Devin. Yeah. So if he having a hard time at 140, then goddamn it wouldn't be nothing for him and Tank to fight, because he ain't comfortable and Tank ain't comfortable. So hey, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, I want to see the best of both, though. You know,
I want to see them best too. But if they making excuses about that 140 shit, then I think that's where it should be.
Yo, we see Roberto Duran, who started his career at lightweight. Right? I think he started at 130. He actually started at 130. He started at 130.
Yeah, I believe he did. Yeah.
We saw him fight Marvin Hagler at 140.
Way up there.
Way up there, you know what I mean? But it was a close fight. So we don't know, but that's the thing. It's like it's all about protecting the investment. Right. So like when somebody's saying something else before about the business, I'm not even gonna lie to you. The more and more I have these type of conversations and I watch these different interviews and just like all of the narratives and rhetoric, the more I get a little bit jaded and disillusioned with the business of boxing as a whole. And I'm kind of just like, I just want to just disengage from this part of it and just watch the fights. Because you see the way these things are being lined up. And I'm not faulting anybody, because I want everybody to get paid. And like I'm saying, multiple things can be true. You know, we got to be able to compartmentalize here. You know, and I don't want to diminish with this. He looked fantastic but you know he was supposed to. And Regis was alluding to like him not looking good in his last fight. He's like, yo, if I would have knocked Zorrillo out, they wouldn't have been looking to fight me. You know what I'm saying? So he knows what it is. The business of boxing, they know what it is. Eddie Hearn knows what it is. I can make the play and I can make more money with this guy going forward. Like it makes more sense to align myself with him. And that's no slight against Dev, because Dev isn't the first person to be moved in this fashion. This has been the business of boxing for years where they've been doing this, where the matchmaking has been strategic. So it's like we put another name, another title, another accolade under the belt.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. Make more money, and we continue to allow the fights to marinate, and I'm using air quotes here, and hopefully things shake out. But yeah, it just gets a little, it's like when I start peeling back the layers, man, like just most recently with O'Shaquie Force, if he ain't stopped that guy, they was gonna let that guy just skate off.
I ain't gonna
cut you. Man.
Hey, not to cut you off, hey Cass.
Huh?
It ain't no way you could turn your beat down just a little bit. That beat that's playing in the background, that thing is throwing me off.
Let me see.
Just a little bit. Sheesh.
Okay, wait 1 minute.
Hey, why Cass working on that? What kind of gas tank y'all think these dudes gonna have to get over on Haney? Mike, what kind of gas tank you think these dudes gonna have to come to the ring with?
I mean, they gonna have to come superior, because that boy can fight 15 rounds if he wanted to. For real, they gonna have to come supreme with that gas, man. I mean, supremely though. That's how I feel about it.
Is that better?
Yeah. Thank you, Cass. Thank you. Okay. Not to throw no shade. I appreciate it, bro. It was just in my ear a little bit. Thank you, man.
No problem.
But yeah, I'm talking about that gas tank gonna have to be supreme, bro. I'm talking supreme. But getting to that thing, who brung up Boots? Who brung up Boots?
Yeah, it was me talking about Devin Boots.
Man, Boots ain't nothing to play with, bro.
No.
Devin is a good fighter, but bro, Boots, man, is on another level, bro. He is on some different shit, for real. And I really ain't got nobody beating that man. I wanted to see him and Crawford fight, for real. I thought that would have been a fantastic fight, for real, to see who really got it. And I still would have went for Boots. I'm sorry, but I would have went for Boots, because that man's serious, man. He's serious.
Yeah, Bud wasn't doing that though.
Yeah, he know better, because there wasn't no reward in it, for real. Because if he would have got beat by Boots, he still would have. You know what I mean? It would have just made him look even better anyway. So he was smart.
And then the business too. And then he know better. The business side had a lot to do with that too, you know.
Yeah, he know better
and everything. Bud trying to get paid now, you know.
Yeah. It's his time. Yeah. It's his time. So I feel that.
Yeah, hey, but as a Mike, Cass, Ant, man, as a Dev guy, man, but of course I rock with Tank. I'm a fan of boxing, but you know sometimes Dev was getting so much shade thrown on him for the last few years that I kind of had to ride with him kind of heavy, just because I didn't feel like he was getting his just due. But I will say this to y'all, I can't allow him to. Because him and Boots is, I mean, don't get me wrong, Boots is a big boy, but I can't allow Dev to just, go at Tank, but not realize if he's talking about 47 that he can pick and choose Barrios or Thurman. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's I feel like Dev, they can't now. If he wasn't talking about 47, that'd be one thing. But since he's talking about 47,
they did mention it. Yeah.
Yeah, and Bill definitely, he did say that Boots would be in the conversation. Now, needless to say that every fight got to make sense. But I bring it up to y'all because stylistically, I think Boots is too hungry for a fighter like Dev.
Yeah.
Because what's gonna happen? He's gonna really try to hurt Dev.
Yeah. He gonna try to make a statement, bro.
Yeah, he gonna really try to hurt Dev. So I think they need to. But when you think about it as well, it's like with Dev, kind of with the Tank and Dev situation. Do you want to get to a point where you fighting Boots at 54? You see what I'm saying? Or do you want to try to get a fight with him at 47? And think about it, if Dev and Boots is pretty much the same age, so ain't no aging out process.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So the fans gonna demand that at some point. So you can't be
you can't pick it. You right though. You right. You can't pick and choose. You can't pick and choose. And that would look bad if he did pick and choose. It would be him being a hypocrite against tanking them. So I think he really need to consider what he gonna do, bro. You made a fantastic point right there, bro. You cannot pick and choose. And Boost is not the one right now. So your ass better figure what you gonna do for real.
Yeah.
You better
but the time gonna come where you gonna have to go to 47.
At 140 for a little bit. You looking good at 140, bro. You need to stay there for a little bit. Because if you talk about 147, and like my man just said, you cannot pick and choose. Your ass is you better do what you supposed to do.
But Mike, the time gonna come where he ain't gonna have no choice. He gonna have to go to 47 sooner or later.
Well, if he gonna go to 47, if he is, well, hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. I love Dev, bro. He gonna have to step his game up then. He gonna have to really get in that gym and nigga switch his shit up, put some real weight to your arms and get some real strength. Because when you step in that ring with him, you can't just punch him and knock him down. You gonna have to knock him out.
Yep.
It's a difference.
Yeah, Boots is gonna go Boots because Boots he got to have it. I mean, he ain't got no just do in boxing yet.
Yeah. So boy, that would be a fantastic fight though, boy.
A good name for Boots. Yeah.
That's money right there. That's money in the bank right there. You talking about a pay-per-view? I think that'll be Tank and the Ryan pay-per-view.
I'd pay for that. I would pay for it.
I would pay for that.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you guys this: minus the knockdown, do you think that there's a possibility that we could see a similar performance from Dev against Boots like the one he had last night? And the reason why I asked that is because we saw the Karen fight. Karen was moving. Boots was a little too eager, didn't cut the ring off. I'm not gonna say that he can't cut the ring off. I'm gonna say that he didn't cut the ring off. Because who knows, he could have worked on that since then, and also he could have just employed the wrong strategy that night. But we
can I get at that, Ant?
That was the best I've ever seen Devin use his legs, man. That was the best I've ever seen Devin use his legs. And against Vila, it's like he was in slow motion doing his thing, but Vila wasn't moving around like that. Vila was kind of there to be hit the same way Regis was.
I'm gonna say this real quick though.
Hold on. Before you chime in, I just want to say one thing. Regis underestimated Devin, and that's why he got fucked up. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I agree with you 100% on that. But this is what I will say is Karen was running. And with Boots' power, he's gonna be able to control more of the ring. Yeah. Devin not gonna be it because you think about with his hooks, like he gonna be able to control where Devin position himself because he got them power hooks. I wanted to ask y'all this real quick because I was watching the fight back and Devin, what do y'all and I know you break them down a lot. I wanted to hear what you had to say about this. What you think about Devin's right hook? Is that just not a good punch against southpaws? Or I know he was touching Loma to the body, but I just feel like he never really threw like a right hook really to just crack Regis. I thought he had a couple of opportunities. Yeah. But right he keep it straight. He don't really ever throw the right hook for real.
I'm gonna tell you about Dev real quick. I'm gonna tell you something. It seems like Dev is working on himself fight for fight. It's when he first got in the game, it was his jab. You understand? That was a match. Now he's mastered his jab. Now he's trying to master his right. Now he's trying to master his uppercut. So it's like Dev is just growing with his fighting style. You understand? If you watch him, every he's working on every punch. So I don't know, man. It's just like time will come with him. By the time he's 30, I think he will have all his shit together. Yeah, and then we'll be talking about a real deal Holyfield. You understand me?
Yep. Nah, that's and that's when I would want to see him in Boots. Probably
that's when I would want to see him in
29, 30. Yeah, something like that.
When they the same age, I want to see it right now. If you go 47, I want to see it right now.
Right now, he ain't ready. Goddamn.
I don't know. I can't say who is and who isn't ready. We don't know. Yeah. We don't know. We don't know.
You right. You right.
Boots going to be getting better too, though. Keep that in mind now.
Exactly.
Let me add to your point though, Mike, because I thought that you made a great point about Devin showing more things. I remember Coach Kenny Ellis said one time, because I asked him a question about body punching, and he said that it comes down to temperament. Most recently, JoJo Diaz did an interview with Mill City, and he was asked about Devin's power, and he said the jab is very firm, it's very stiff. It's not like it's a knockout shot, but it's very firm, very stiff. The right hand has solid pop on it, but he doesn't sit down on it like he can because he's looking to be defensive as he's throwing it.
Exactly.
And I think that's part of it with Dev. It comes down to technique and temperament. With him being the guy who's not always looking to get hit, he's looking like, all right, let me just land this shot and get the hell up out of there.
Yeah.
And I thought that he did a very good job yesterday of sitting down on his punches and then angling out as opposed to pulling straight back. If you look at the fight against Lomachenko, a lot of times he got caught on the line, pulling straight back. He was using that probe trying to keep him at a distance. JoJo Diaz, when he was able to hit him with the left hand, is because he was pulling straight back. And Bill was actually yelling. I don't think that Bill gets enough credit for his instruction. Because people say, yeah, he's a bad coach, this, that, and the third. If you go rewatch that Loma fight, when Dev was getting hit with them left hands, Bill was telling him, pivot. Don't pull straight out. Pivot. Turn him. Pivot. Turn him.
Yeah.
He did a much better job of that last night. So I think with Dev, it comes down to two things. Temperament and technique. Even when he hurt the guy, Bill's telling him to stick to the boxing. So it's like, to me, Dev doesn't have the mindset of a finisher. I don't think that he lacks the power. I don't think that he lacks the pop. It's the mentality. It's the mindset.
I run with
mindset.
Bill was 3-0 last night. Bill was 3-0. He had two other fighters in there too last night.
Yeah, Bill need to get more respect. Bill need to get a lot more credit.
He do, man.
Tim Bradley disrespected Bill before the fight. And he was talking about Julian Chua, and he was said that Tim Bradley said Regis had the corner advantage over Haney. He said they're not gonna know what to do if it get rough in there. So he's like Bill is at a deficit with his coaching mentality. And I thought that was highly disrespectful.
Not to cut you off, but I'm gonna say this one more time, bro. You know why they hating on Bill so much? It's because he's a brother just like us, come from the bottom and make some of himself. They don't want to see that. And because Bill can talk a fly off his wings, they really don't like that. They see him as a scam artist. Anybody that can talk for themselves, bro, they see as a scam artist. If you can't talk for yourself, you all right. They can push you over. But if you like Bill, you can't get pushed over, they gonna say everything in the book about you, bro. Because they can't talk you down and they can't talk over you. Bill will talk them motherfuckers out of anything, and they jealous of that. That's all I got to say.
Crazy. That's facts. That's facts, man. But he got it. I think
I'm understanding that because I'm a guy who talk. I ain't used a lawyer in years, bro. Every time I go to court, I talk for myself, bro. I ain't used a lawyer since '97, my nigga. And people, when I talk to people, the first thing they say or they mumble, "Oh, that nigga, he you know what I mean? He a scam artist or he it is," because I can talk for myself. Because I don't need nobody to talk for me, and other people need people to talk for them. So we always looked at as a scam artist because we can talk for ourselves, which is fucked up. Look for me, man.
No, I'm with you, and what people don't realize about Bill Haney is that you see him four times more than Coach Calvin or Coach Kenny or any of these other coaches is because he got to wear the promoter hat, the manager hat, the trainer hat, and the father hat. You see what I'm saying? So he got to promote his son, and also he doing a fantastic job in the corner, man. He got Amari and them boys. They doing some work.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And he'll talk to the little people. And he'll talk to the little people though, bro. That's what I like about Bill. He ain't gonna shy you down because he a star. He'll come to the lowest podcast and talk and kick it with you and talk about his son. That to me is some real shit, bro. And then again, they hating on that too because ain't no high people coming down to the low people. They fucking with people that's mediocre or either high up. I mean, not mediocre, but in the medium or high up. They ain't coming down to the people like, for instance, me. I'm just starting my channel. He ain't gonna. They wouldn't come to me, but Bill would. Bill will come fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's a difference, bro. That's a big difference, bro.
When do you come on? Do you come on lives, Mike? Yet? No.
Man, my computer had crashed, so all that shit I was building up, I'm rebuilding, bro. I was supposed to start last Friday, man, before the fight came on. It just didn't work out for me. So I'm trying to get done this week. I'm trying to come back at least Wednesday or Thursday, man. 'Cause I got a lot of people waiting, man. It's gonna be fun, bro.
Okay. What time?
Let me say this about Bill, man. I just want to say one thing about Bill.
Well, let us know. Go ahead, Ant. Go ahead, Ant.
I don't think it's just a matter of him just talking for himself, but more so that you know, the way he makes his media rounds. He says a lot of things. So then when certain things don't pan out, people are looking at him like, oh, he's out here just selling wolf tickets, or he's talking out of both sides of his mouth. Personally, it doesn't bother me because I understand what it is. Like you said, he also has to wear the hat of promoter, and part of promotion is staying in people's consciousness. You have to stay in people's faces. It's all about visibility and notoriety. And another thing too with Bill was very, very strategic in the way that he moved Devin. And I'm not mad at it at all because again, it's been going on since the dawn of time. I mean, we look at the 80s and we had what's my guy's name? Larry Holmes fighting against Muhammad Ali when he was past his prime. And we used to call it what? A passing of the torch. And you look at Devin's last couple of fights against Regis, he's a credible name. He's got notoriety. He's also a two-time champion. Now, on paper, it's a great matchup. But in reality, it's kind of like, he's a little bit past it. But I understand it. But Dev also did what he was supposed to do, which makes sense. You're building up the guy's profile. You're building up his cachet. And ultimately, these guys are prize fighters. They're not amateurs anymore. This is not about guts and glory. It's about making money. And in order to make money, and that's what these guys are doing. And they're doing a tremendous job at it, right? So I'm not mad at that at all. And these other guys are doing it as well. As well. But the thing with Bill is his visibility. He's always out there talking, so people have more things to pin on him. Well, he said they would come back down to 135. Now he's talking about going to 147.
Right.
And now
that's his goal, you know, to have people talking about him.
And that's
he does. So that's his goal.
We're talking about it, and
we talking about it.
Supposed to be doing, especially when you consider that the promotional entities haven't been doing the greatest job. I have to say this.
They haven't.
And I would not be surprised if Bill and company had a lot to do with the promotions that Matchroom and DAZN did for this fight in particular. Because this had to be one of the greatest rollouts I've seen for a fight in the past 5 to 10 years.
Time.
Yo, there was so much content. They're down there at the bridge. They're doing the face-off. Dev is doing his own thing independently. Has his production team getting hundreds and thousands of views. They even had Regis doing it. I can't remember the last Regis doing vlogs and all these things. These guys did a fantastic job of selling this fight, man.
They did that face-to-face, remember?
Yep.
Yeah, they did good, man.
Face-to-face they did. Remember that?
And Devin held up to his end of the bargain and pitched the whitewash. It wasn't like, oh yeah, he just 12 zipped him. He was offensive. He was defensive. He showed you a little bit of everything.
Yeah, he fought a good fight.
Some speed, showed you some power.
Excellent.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not up to him to make sure that the other guy is putting their best foot forward. It's not up to him. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's like we're gonna pick the right names, the right times, make the big money. This is what it's about, man. This is what it's about. It's up to these other guys to upset the order of things, not for these guys to fumble the bag. And again, it's been going on forever and a day. What the hell do we think Floyd versus Andre Berto was? Or Floyd versus Robert Guerrero, or Floyd versus Victor Cruz? And these guys are credible names. And again, let me say one more thing about that. All the rest of these guys at 140 aren't just whooping Regis Prograde's ass the way that Dev did. You know what I'm saying? Same thing like
definitely not.
Same thing we just saw with Ryan and Oscar Duarte. All of these guys aren't just whooping Oscar Duarte like that. You know what I'm saying? The dude was on an 11-fight KO streak. Now, yes, he did have some things that were exploitable, but he still presented a certain level of danger that required Ryan to be at his best, and the same thing. Like Regis still presented a certain level of danger where Dev had to up his game and perform at another level. Because we just saw in this last fight, Zarya tried to implement a similar strategy, but he didn't rack up enough points. He was moving, but he didn't rack up the points. He wasn't offensive enough to get the job done. So credit to Devin and company for doing a tremendous job all the way
Tremendous job. But look, not to cut you off, Ace, but again, saying all that, what you just said, I think he would have really had a better chance. I'm talking about Regis now. If he hadn't went in there underestimating that goddamn boy. He went in there thinking he was just gonna show enough beat that boy. Thought he had pillow hands for real, and his thought was, I'm gonna fuck Devin up, man. Excuse my language. I'm gonna mess Devin up, bro, for real. And that's what was in his head. Instead of I'm gonna go in here and fight my fight. You know, he went in there with emotion and underestimating that boy, and that's why he got beat up the way he got beat up, bro.
I agree. I'll say this though. In addition to that, you know, when he came in there, he was in there looking to box his team. They were giving him some good instructions, but when the athleticism is starting to fade a little bit, there's nothing you could do. You know, there's nothing you could do at that point. And Devin was much sharper, much quicker on the draw.
Yeah, fucked his whole game plan up.
He wanted to do. But again, it's like he looked like that against Zarya too. The only difference is that Zarya wasn't as offensive, but he was having the same issues. Couldn't cut the ring off, had trouble landing the jab.
That was his last fight, right?
That was his last fight.
Yeah, you're right. That was the fight I seen. Yeah, I thought, see, and that's what made me go with Devin anyway. I ain't never been a Regis fan, not to cut you off, but that when I seen that fight, I was like, ain't no way in hell this boy gonna beat Devin. There's no way, bro. There's no way. And I was right. You better believe that third round, boy, that third round had me and this motherfucker yelling my ass off. You heard me? Because I thought it was over with. I say, Devin, I told him. Yeah, because I would have won a whole lot of money last night at the casino. Yeah, I would have won a lot of money last night.
He just got dropped in his last fight.
Sure, me too, Mike.
Dev was alluding to that. Regis had mentioned it several times during the promotions for this fight. Yeah, I know these guys took that fight. Bill was at that last fight with Zarya. He's like, you know, he's out there doing scout, and that's another thing too, man. Shout out to Bill for scouting.
Too.
Bill put in that work, bro.
If you can put on a big show like they did, both of these guys got, I think, like Dev, they were saying he got 4 million plus whatever the pay-per-views was. If you can make big money, put on big shows, and win another championship, add some more hardware to the mantle, it's like, why not do that? Again, it's not Bill's responsibility. It's not Devin's responsibility to make sure that these opponents are on top of their game. The guy was still a champion. Is he a little bit past it? Yeah, but that's not their fault. You got to come in and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
especially when you talking all that shit.
Exactly. You told me you gonna knock the guy out.
Yeah, there ain't no way. It ain't no way. I'm gonna knock him out. It ain't no way Devin gonna do this. See, that's underestimation, bro. You underestimating that man. Oh, he got pillow hands. That's underestimation. You came in there with something on your head saying I can beat this man and I'm gonna beat his ass instead of saying, yo, you know what I mean? This man good and boom, boom, boom. See, Devin went in there saying, yeah, he powerful, he good. You know? Devin ain't going there underestimating that man, even though he knew he was gonna whip his ass. He ain't going there underestimating him though, because they knew one shot could knock his ass out. On the other hand,
they helped sell the fight too, though, from both sides. Though that was part of it, you know.
I mean, that's good to say the fight. I'm talking about in his mental though. He really thought that shit.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, he really thought that
it
shit,
helped,
though.
You know.
Yeah, it helped, but he could have kept some of that to himself.
Hey, let me say this, Mike. Hey, Regis said he gave almost like a 4-month training camp or something like that. Like he was. You remember back when he was supposed to go on vacation, but when they was talking about Devin, I think he had canceled his vacation or something.
Yeah, I seen that.
Training. So he gave a training camp like he was training for one of the top fighters. But I think it's like at the end of it, what can you say? You see what I'm saying? After you just get outclassed, I think all he could say was, he definitely was better than you thought he was, because
that's all he could say was what he said.
You ain't went around.
Yeah, all he could say was what he said.
After he knocked him down, when he knocked him down, you seen the man's eyes, bro. His eyes told it all. It was like his heart was gone out.
Yeah. Let me build on that point you just made too, man. Here's the other thing. it's a lot different when you're in there as opposed to looking on it on the outside. It looks one way on the outside. And then the other thing to take into account too is you gotta judge these guys on a camp by camp basis. These guys, if they're in the gym like that, they're continually getting better, man. So you might have saw something 2 fights ago, 3 fights ago, and now this dude is even better. His strengths then got stronger. His weaknesses, he's managed to turn them into at least just neutrals. Just neutral. Even if they don't turn into strength, it's just neutral.
Yeah, you're right, though.
It's not a strength, but it's not a weakness. You know what I mean? It's like
you're right. My thing that surprised me and I was proud of was he didn't do no holding like everybody said he was gonna do.
No, he didn't.
Everybody said, man, you already know it's gonna be a jab hold. Man, that
man
none of that shit. That man showed off last night.
He clinched quite a bit, but that's what you're supposed to do. You stop the guy.
Yeah, I mean it's boxing, but he didn't do it where it made it was a big factor, like back in the day.
There's a difference between holding and punching. You on the inside, and the guy's got the
that was the difference.
Short arms. He's got the short arms. That's his best chance. Clinch him.
Yeah.
Tie him up.
Yeah. Don't get punched in your shit. Yeah.
I'm not mad at that at all. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, it's an art to that. They teach clinching and stuff.
Yeah.
Listen.
But I get what the fans were saying, though. I get what they saying. It's just that's all you doing. I get that.
Even if he was, that's a part of boxing. Force that guy to either work in the clinch or force the referee to do his job and break him up and reset.
Hey, and we seen a few weeks back when Rocky Hernandez, nobody taught him how to clinch, or he didn't want to clinch, and we seen what happened to him. He didn't got clipped and stopped real late in the fight. So
exactly.
Boo Boo,
like guys
remember
like
Boo
that, yeah.
Yeah, my thing is, if you listen to the fans, if you listen to the fans, your ass gonna get knocked out. If you listen to the fans, you need to do your game. Don't go in there. Oh man, he gonna hold or he gonna do that. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. When he fought against Lomachenko and didn't use his jab because they said that's all he had, that pissed me off, bro. Because he would have clearly beat Lomachenko hands down if he had to use his jab like he's supposed to. He used it, but he ain't use it like he used it like his weapon.
Lomachenko did a great job of defending the jab, and you got to take open stance into consideration too. Lomachenko's a southpaw. And damn near everybody he fights is orthodox. So he was able to nullify the jab, and Dev did a tremendous job of going to the body, man. And that's why, for me, that fight, it could have went either way. Like, I'm not mad at anybody saying Loma won, and I'm not mad at anybody who thinks that Dev won, because it really could have went either way. Now, what I do disagree with is when people said that Lomachenko was robbed.
No,
hell
no. It just depends on what you like. I think that Loma did the cleaner work upstairs, like to the head, and Dev did great body work. Now, regardless of whether or not you felt like it slowed him down or this, that, and the third, punches and then landing, it is what it is. You gotta
but the rules of boxing is, in order to beat the champ, it gotta be clear that you beat the champ, and he won't clear that he beat the champ, so he's off. It won't no clear that Lomo beat him.
But that's not necessarily a boxer. That's not necessarily a boxing rule. That's
7 rounds.
No, I'm just saying. It ain't no boxing rule, but that's a good. You know what I mean? That's a good look. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
All you need is 7 rounds.
Exactly. That's all you need. I don't really feel like it was clear either way. I don't really feel like it was clear either way. But to me, it just depends on whatever it was that you like.
Don't tell me that, guys.
Dev definitely used that jab, though. Dev used the jab. Loma did a good job of making him throw some other stuff, and Dev responded accordingly. Yo, one thing I did like that Dev did is when Loma would counter him, he would counter with that short left hook with the little check hook.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing little sneaky stuff like that. That straight right hand to the body was fantastic. He had some nice hooks to the body. It was just a good fight all the way around.
Yeah, man. He
getting
better. Like I said, he getting better and better with each fight, bro. With each fight, he getting better and better. So from what I see, Dev got a lot. Hey, he got a lot of work to put in, man. Now I'm rooting with him, bro. You know what I mean?
Hey, Cass. Hey,
yeah, B3.
Hey, just we just chopping it up, shooting the shit or whatever. So I wanted to ask y'all this. What y'all think? I know we got streaming. I know streaming go crazy. Yeah, and it is what it is. They was charging like $80 for the fight, so that shit gonna happen. But what you think it's going to do in pay-per-view, and do you think if it's not what people if it's not what people like want to hear, do you think it's going to stop the momentum?
No, not at all. No, not at all. Now, you know the haters gonna try to throw something in the game, but I'm gonna tell you, you know why I think that pay-per-view ain't do too good? Cause I was watching the the weigh-ins and shit, and people was giving away the free screen, bro, on the side of the chat. So I'm like, oh my God, you know what I mean? That's that Stream East jump. You can watch the fight all day on that, and I seen them doing that and about all the things. I said, oh my God. They done gave away the goddamn the secret. Damn. So they might have. I think they might have melted them with that, bro.
Damn.
That pay-per-view might have got melted.
200, 300.
I would. It would be nice to see him do too. If they see if Al and Floyd see that Devin got at least 200,000 people that actually purchased his pay-per-view, man, they know they got gold. They know they got gold. Yeah. If it only do about 80, 90,000, it's gonna take some time. Devin gonna have to fight a couple more guys before they put him in there with Tank. But anything over 200,
I'll be right back, fellas.
Yeah. But then B3 more and more time going past, and he's just getting bigger and bigger, and that I
feel you. You know but let me tell you this. You
gotta have it this year, man. I mean, 24. You know.
I agree. I think they're moving in opposite directions because Devin is getting bigger, like you're saying.
That's what I think.
Tank is gonna have to do some stuff. They're gonna put Tank in a position. He might not care about it. You see what I'm saying? He might not care about this, but I'm just gonna say this.
Yeah.
They might put Tank in a position to where he has to go up to fight some of these guys. You see what I'm saying? So because of how long, if the fans are really demanding it, and if Tank is getting paid what he want to get paid, because I don't think Tank is scared of any weight, type of situation. But he don't want to get in there and be just so much at a disadvantage, and then Devin is so comfortable that he can get to the distance. You see what I'm saying? Because you gotta think about it like this. Look how short Regis' arms was. He couldn't close the distance. Tank is I think Tank is a superior fighter, and he has way better feet. But think about Tank's height deficit and reach deficit. It's gonna take him a lot to close the distance on Devin. True. So I think
it'll be a good fight.
I think it'll be. What do you think, Tank and Devin?
Yeah, I think it'll be a good fight, bro.
Yeah.
Tank really fight his ass off for real. Everybody just think because he knocked people out that he ain't got no skills, but that boy got skills for real.
But I don't think
can fight, and we need to see him fight for real.
You know what the weight come down to though, Mike? And let me say this. You know what that weight come down to is what we just talked about, being able to clinch and your strength factor. And we seen Andre. He tried to clinch in the second or third round. Man, Benavidez was like, "Get up off me." I mean, he bullied him after, and it was bad. It was. I seen when he tried to clinch and he couldn't do it. I was just like, "Oh man, it's over." It's over.
Because that first round, I thought he had a chance. That first round, I was like, "Oh, okay, Drake, okay." After that, boy, when Benavidez came back, boy, it was over. That boy set all that shit down.
If Devin is healthy and Tank fight him, see that's why they don't want Tank to have to go up to 140. You see what I'm saying? Because Devin, if he doesn't have to drain himself to make a weight and he's comfortable, he's gonna have way too many advantages.
Hey bro, I'm glad you said that because we can't say that in too many rooms because it's
You broke up, Mike.
Yeah, we got like about 5 more minutes, gentlemen. Then we got to shut it down.
Already. Appreciate you.
Did anybody see Did anybody see the other card that let a main event on the other card?
With the Robisi and that's man, I seen Robisi hit this dude with a right hook and crumbled him, bruh. Crumbled him. I mean,
and beat him though.
Bro, I cannot believe he got up from that right hook. Did you see it?
He dropped Robisi twice.
Man, he dropped him twice in the 12th or just once? I only seen one knockdown.
He dropped him in the round after Robisi dropped him. He dropped him in the next round. I think it was like 6th and the 7th or something.
Oh
The
my,
very next round.
I gotta go back and watch that. I missed that part. Wow.
The very next round.
Man, that was a great fight.
He got dropped? He switched to southpaw. I don't know why.
Yes.
And Robeisy caught him right in the middle of switching back to orthodox. Caught him right in the middle of the switch and bam, caught him right in the chin. I don't know why he switched, because he was having success.
Hey, Cass, all week.
I
don't know if you remember when I hopped on. I don't know if you remember earlier in the week when I hopped on the Hangout, and I was saying, I was talking about Espinosa possibly getting the win over
you got it,
Robeisy, and
he tried to rob him. Yeah,
but the thing about it is, during the week I kind of backed off of it because I was like, man, Robeisie's tough, and you see how it's so crazy how. And these fights are so close, and these guys are so skilled, and also these guys have so much of a tank. They working out so regular that a dude can get hit with a right hook, get completely dropped out, be stumbling when he get up. But if the referee, but if he can make it to the corner and get 1 minute of rest,
come right back.
Come on, man! I can't believe that, man. When I seen that, I was like, this dude is unhuman, bro.
They got them bottles over there in them corners.
I don't know what they got over there, Cass. No, something. No, seriously,
something to that though.
man, that dude, he's gonna be a legend, man. Trust me.
But check this out, B3. I was asking because at the end of the fight, it took forever to turn the cards in, right? And they made an announcement. They said something like the WBO was talking to the State Athletic Commission about the cards. What was that all about? I've never seen that before.
Well, I seen it one other time in recent note.
So what is that all about?
Mauricio had to do that in one fight in Mexico. He had to kind of get involved as well. But these judging and boxing is corrupt. We know this.
Yeah.
They're hired by the promoters to do a job, and a lot of times, the promoters got their finger on the decision. We can tell. It
looked like the athletic commission stepped in and stopped the robbery or something. Somebody like they was trying to rob him, and somebody stopped it.
Yeah.
They took forever, man. And then all of a sudden, they said that. Then the cards came back. One judge had it a draw, and the other two had it very close. But
that was a great fight. Yeah, that was
I'm glad they gave it to him because he really did win, man. He really did win that fight. I thought he did. Yeah.
I think they should run that back. I think they should run that back.
Yeah, they should. I don't know, but they might have had a rematch clause. They didn't say.
Yeah, but Bob Arum, he don't like doing rematch clauses because he doesn't want to be obligated to a second fight. And that's why Spence, what he did was so significant. He made sure that he's obligated to get a rematch.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua always have those. Eddie Hearn always protect AJ with those rematch clauses.
You heard anything about Spence Crawford? Real quick, then we're gonna go about their rematch.
So the only thing we've heard thus far, the Prime news just came out, but Crawford said that he has to fight Spence next. He said, he's kind of obligated to the rematch, and much respect to Crawford. Big ups and much respect to Crawford for being a man of his word, standing on business.
Yeah,
and
I'll watch it again.
Yeah, because especially if they do it at 154, because I think it's going to be. Because people don't give EJ enough credit for how he fought. He fought to the. You see what I'm saying? He fought to the end. Like even though
he didn't want to stop it when it stopped it. He wanted to keep going,
man, this dude, you're gonna have to kill that dude. He got a different type of mentality. And he wasn't at his best that night, and we saw that. And it is what it is. But the fact that he's willing to go back in there and give Crawford 12 more rounds or less, that
might be different. It could be different,
It could be different, yeah. Because just for the way he was attacking him, because Crawford didn't break his will. If Crawford would have broke his will, then I would look differently at the fight. But Spence was getting knocked all over the ring. He kept getting up and kept pressing forward.
Yep, he still had fighting. What did he get knocked down 3 times or something, wasn't it?
Yep, about 3 times.
Yeah,
but
he was on his feet when they stopped it, though. Remember?
Oh yeah,
his feet. Yeah. So
yeah,
I
man.
watched that again. Oh yeah.
That man, Spencer's made of iron, man. That kid survived flying out of a car, man. And most people die when that happens. You know, and God had his hand on that boy, and
look how long he was in the hospital, man. Remember?
Man, yep, absolutely. And the thing about it is, all he had on his mind was Crawford. You know what I'm saying? He wanted that Crawford.
He said Hal Heyman came to the hospital and he was talking about fighting Crawford in the hospital. Remember?
Yeah,
that's what he was talking about to him. The fight.
Yeah,
they up in the hospital, man. He's talking about the fight.
But when you in that, that's good though, Cass. Because you got it is
competitive there, man. You know.
And you gotta give him more motivation. It's motivation to get back walking.
You fighting for your life, and you thinking about this fight with Crawford, man.
This man's an animal, yo. That's why I continue to support him. You know, because of how he, who he is as a human. And who he is as a sports icon, man. And people gonna still support EJ. Trust me, people gonna support him.
I'm going for him again. I'm not going for him. That's who I was.
I'm a hold off on my pick.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hold off on my pick.
It's BN boxing news. Yeah, we gotta get ready to get out of here.
All right.
Take my wife somewhere. My son got her car, so yeah. But I appreciate everybody. It was another good one.
Definitely,
do the women's rankings tomorrow.
That's a bet, Cash, man. That's a bet, man. Hey, before we sign off, man, I just feel like, shout out BNB. I just want to say this real quick, man. I just feel like I don't know. I'll see what people talking about, but as a black man, I just feel like obligated to support black people, and when Devin was kind of getting mistreated a little bit, I felt the need to kind of be on his side in some of the conversations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they was calling him an email champ, saying he never fought nobody, saying he was
I'd never call anybody that, man, because
and not you, Cass, but and I'm a black man that loves his pops, you know what I'm saying, and appreciate when your father kind of supports you and puts you in position. So the whole dynamic, I feel like, should be applauded. So I just wanted to say that real quick, man. And maybe I can sign off, man. Maybe he dead dollars now, and he gonna be all right.
Right. Okay.
Y'all be easy. Cass, have a good one, man. Alrighty.
Okay. I appreciate you. I appreciate Ant and Mike Miser coming up. Good show. Appreciate you, Mike. All right. I'm gonna get on out of here. I don't think Just Do is on today, but I had to go do something anyway. So, but I appreciate everybody. Especially my panel coming up, helping me out. I'm gonna run down the list. Let me turn my music back up. Mike Miser made me turn my music down. It's all good, Mike. I'm here to please. So we in the building today. We had BN Boxing News came in late, but he was in here. He probably was listening. BN Boxing News, William Old School Rant, Tim Layton, Fender Bender was here, Jay Hardcore was here earlier, and my great panel today was Mike Miser, Ant McQueen, and B3 was the final one to leave. Appreciate you, fellas. And I always appreciate everybody for helping me out on my small channel. But guess what? You got to be small before you can be big, right? Cass Sports, y'all. I'm out. See ya.